Everybody's a main anime character, in my opinion. I think everybody has an anime moment. Me, you, whoever's watching. I don't really care. I don't give a fuck because I'm just me doing random shit every day. Yeah, that's right. To be fair, even I have my anime moment. I think my anime moment came 5 years ago when I started to fucking change myself because I was so tired of getting my ass beat by everybody else around me. True story, kids. The Kumo Sensei, the guy with the really sexy voice.
The guy with the really sexy voice.
And this ex voice actor here, whose career went nowhere. Yeah, you heard that right. I had my anime moment 5 years ago. You know how it happened? It started out like this. I'm a loser. That easy. Yep. I was actually a pretty big loser in life. But that's just the way it is, honestly. You get bullied because you're the ugliest kid in middle school, right? And then high school comes around, you're no longer getting bullied, but now you're the quietest kid in the whole class. That was basically my life. The ultimate loser. I think I had my anime moment because I was just so tired of getting my ass beat. So, yeah, it happens. People always get ahead of you. And then you just think to yourself, you know what? I'm tired. I'm fed up with this bullshit. It's time for me to get my shit together. So, I started by exercising more often so I can burn off some weight because I was a bit of a chubbier kid back then, believe it or not. Yeah, this handsome man here used to be actually quite a chubby kid. So I got my shit together and when I say I fucking worked out, I put that shit on 100. But the reason why I had my anime moment was because I felt like it wasn't ever going to happen. I used to believe that only main characters or like the popular kids in school or like the talented people in life were going to be the ones that have anime moments. I'm not really talented myself, so I was like, fuck, man. Yeah, I'm never going to have my moment. But then I recognized that when it comes to anime moments, it doesn't come from coincidence or power of plot. It comes from you. You had to get up and get your ass out there to make a difference in yourself. Because, you know, at some point, you may have already had that moment, but at some point, you get fed up with the bullshit. Like, all the shit gets just put in your head. You're like, man, fuck, I'm gonna get my shit together. So yeah, I started exercising and working out, and before I knew it, I'm pretty much in shape now. But my arms are a little bit flat, guys, because I haven't been working out in 3 days. So yeah, I'm going on break for a little bit, so my arms might be a little bit deflated. I think what makes people interesting is what makes them different. I wanted to be different too, but I didn't know how. The only thing I had was my tarantulas, literally. And at the time, I only had a small amount. So I was like, you know what? If I'm going to be a main character to myself, I need to make myself stand out to where no one can come close. And when I said no one can come close, I really meant that. So I took, what I had, my tarantulas, and I pushed it to 1,000. Because, I wanted to be different, because I feel like everybody does the same thing, but the question becomes, when will the next person that stick out, will come around? And I was like, that has to be me, right? So I took my goddamn tarantulas and I pushed it so far, I was given the nickname Sensei, Spider Sensei. But then I gave myself the Kumo acronym, synonym. So it's Kum0 Sensei now. I was that good. I was so experienced and so good at what I did that I became a true spider master and I couldn't be beaten. And even now, 5 years later, I still feel like I'm still living in the anime moment. I'm not the main character because we're all main characters. You, me. If there's one thing I can say, it's that anybody or everybody can be a main character. They have potential. They just need to step it up because, you know, I was actually afraid to take that step, honestly, because I want to talk about it because it's personal. But when I did, I was like, fuck it. If I'm going to step into this, I'm going to do it until I die. Like, that was my mindset. Until I collapse or I die, I'm just going to pursue this shit hardcore. So yeah, that was my anime moment. It still feels like I'm living in the anime moment. It's kind of strange. Everybody says that, you know, anime moments only last for a moment. But for me, it feels like an eternity now, because even after 5 years, about 6 years now, since I started my anime transformation, quote unquote, I still feel like I'm living in it. And I'm actually kind of happy I'm still having that feeling, because it tells me that there's still more room to improve. If there's one advice I can give to you, if you want your anime moment, you need to not give a fuck. That easy. Just don't give a fuck. Because people are going to have to, people are going to try to kick you down a few notches. So you might want to get ready to prove yourself, because there's going to be a time when people are going to question your shit, and you're going to need to back it up. Now, luckily for me, I worked so hard to the point where I didn't really have to tell anybody. I can just show them my hard work. And when I did, oh boy, it was just so overwhelming, because they know that the level that I was at, I was just so far ahead of everybody else. They couldn't catch up, not even touch me at this point. Which is why I'm the Kum0 Sensei. You, me, anyone who's watching, we all will have our anime moments. The question is, sometimes it doesn't come to you. You gotta make it yourself. Which that was the case for me, but I'm glad I did. But hey, I'm the Kum0 Sensei, and I just want to talk about some anime shit, because why not? I hope you have your anime moment. I had mine, and I'm still living in it. And with that, that's about it. See ya. Push-ups. I should do some right now. Hold up, give me a second.